Probably Yaskin was wearing an earpiece. Maybe Veppers too, though he rarely carried a phone or any other comms gear. Veppers, Yaskin and Dr. S. She wondered how many were chasing her as well as these three. Veppers had guards to command, a whole retinue of servants, aides, helpers and other employees who might be pressed into service to help in a pursuit like this. The Opera House's own security would help too, if called on. The place belonged to Veppers after all, and no doubt Veppers' good friend, the city chief of police, would lend any forces requested of him, in the highly unlikely event Veppers couldn't muster enough of his own. She kept on sliding her way along the ledge. "On the north side wall," she heard Veppers say after a few moments, "gazing up at varied bucolic backdrops and scenic scenes. No sign of our little illustrated girl." He sighed, theatrically she thought, which was at least appropriate. "Lededje?" he called out suddenly. She was startled to hear her own name. She trembled and felt the painted flat at her back wobble. Her left hand flew to one of the two knives she'd stolen. The double sheath looped onto the belt of the workman's trousers she was wearing. She started to tip forward, felt herself about to fall. She brought her hand back, steadied herself again. "Lededje!" His voice, her name, echoed inside the great dark depths of the fly carousel. She shuffled further along the narrow ledge. Was it starting to bend? She thought she felt it flexing beneath her feet. "Lededje!" Veppers called again. "Come on now. This is becoming boring. I have a terribly important reception to attend in a couple of hours, and you know how long it takes to get me properly dressed and ready. You'll have Astil fretting. You wouldn't want that now, would you?" She indulged a sneer. She didn't give a damn what Astil, Veppers' pompous butler, thought or felt. "You've had your few days of freedom, but that's over now. Accept it," Veppers' deep voice said, echoing. "Come out like a good girl, and I promise you won't be hurt. Not much, anyway. A slap, perhaps. A minor addition to your body mark, just possibly. Small, a detail, obviously, and exquisitely done, of course. I'd have it no other way." She thought she could hear him smiling as he spoke. "But no more. I swear. Seriously, dear child, come out now while I can still persuade myself this is merely charming high spirits and attractive rebelliousness, rather than gross treachery and outright insult." "Fuck you," Lededje said, very, very quietly. She took another couple of shuffling, sliding steps along the thin wooden band at the foot of the flat. She heard what might have been a creak beneath her. She swallowed and kept on going. "Lededje, come on!" Veppers' voice boomed out. "I'm trying terribly hard to be reasonable here. I am being reasonable, aren't I, Yaskin?" She heard Yaskin mutter something, then Veppers' voice pealed out again. "Yes, indeed. There you are. Even Yaskin thinks I'm being reasonable, and he's been making so many excuses for you he's practically on your side. What more can you ask for? So, now it's your turn. This is your last chance. Show yourself, young lady. I'm becoming impatient. This is no longer funny. Do you hear me?" Oh, very clearly, she thought. How he liked the sound of his own voice. Joyler Veppers had never been one to fight shy of letting the world know exactly what he thought about anything. And thanks to his wealth, influence, and extensive media interests, the world, indeed, the system, the entire enablement, had never really had much choice but to listen. "I'm serious, Lededje. This is not a game. This stops now. By your choice if you've any sense, or I make it stop. And trust me, scribble child, you do not want me to make it stop." Another sliding step. Another creak from beneath her feet. Well, at least his voice might cover any noise she might be making. "5 beats, Lededje," he called. "Then we do it the hard way." Her feet slid slowly along the thin strip of wood. "All right," Veppers said. She could hear the anger in his voice, and despite her hate,